Hi everyone, and welcome to the Pisces February 2023 love reading. This is I Am Illuminated Tarot, a place for you to better connect with and illuminate your own personal spiritual importance. So hi everyone and welcome. I'm actually focusing on love in this reading. Normally it's just a general energy, but I thought, in honor of Valentine's Day here in the States, and just the general energy of love coming through for February, that I would do a love reading. So here we go, Pisces. So first I'm pulling some cards from this Whispers of Love Oracle deck. I'm going to go into them. I'm actually going to read the excerpt from the book that comes with them, just so we can kind of get a baseline for the energy of love for you for the next few weeks here. And then I will pull additional cards and we'll pull clarifiers to get deeper into the message. So we have do something for someone. It says give your attention to another. Number 41, breaking down to number 5, which I really like because the number 5 speaks to change. So this might be maybe a change in the way that you give attention to someone in your life. And then we have rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. Number 42. So these are actually sequential, which is interesting. Number 42 breaks down to the number 6, which the number 6 actually harnesses the energy of love, as well as working to co-create something with another person with kind of a spiritual undertaking. So do something for someone, and then it says rest and relaxation is. So there may be this theme here of, I'm going to just say intuitively before I actually read this, I do feel like maybe for some of you, you've been giving a little too much. It kind of sounds selfish to say that, especially in a love reading. It's like usually we're saying like, dote on your partner and do something wonderful for them and all of that. But this might be, since it's coming in, 41 to 42, it might be that maybe you have been doing quite a bit for someone in your life on a romantic level. And this says, maybe now it's time to really reevaluate what you're putting your time and energy towards in a romantic relationship that is currently ongoing with you. Or for those of you who are maybe single, this could also be maybe where you're just doing too much in general for others outside of really focusing on yourself and bringing yourself back to a place of love and balance, so that then you can maybe go out and attract the partner, if you are looking for one, that suits you. Okay, so it says, do something for someone. Give your attention to another. It says, when you do something kind for someone, you create an opportunity for your relationship to be re-energized. How can you be considerate towards someone today? Insignificant things can have a big impact. Imagine how amazing your life will be when you are consistently doing kind and loving things for others. Do something for someone. It does not need to be someone you are close to or that you see every day. You might choose to do something for someone you don't even know. Just choose someone and do something nice for them. There are so many ways to act with kindness. Open a door for someone who has their arms full. Greet everyone you see. Never underestimate the power of a smile or a positive attitude. Put extra change in a parking meter. It doesn't take much to change someone's day. Nature's child lovingly pets a rabbit while other animals gather around. Rabbits are a signifier of compassion. They remind you to look inside for the tools you already have. The deer is here to emphasize limitless kindness. Take a moment to consider how wonderful it is to give to someone. Brightening someone's day is a wonderful experience. And then number 42, rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. You are at your best when all aspects of your life are balanced. Love yourself and the people in your life enough to create an environment where everyone has the opportunity to take care of their needs. You are at your best and able to fully appreciate all that life offers when you are well rested. When you are under a lot of stress, your muscles respond and become tense. Be aware of what stress feels like for you and implement some relaxation techniques to keep things from escalating. Your ability to calm down and relax will improve with practice. It is important to recognize and address your needs. Do not wait until you are completely depleted before you stop for rejuvenation. Make relaxation a part of your day. Give your mind and muscles a much-needed rest. A mermaid dreams as she lies on the ocean floor and a pod of dolphins swim overhead. The pale green hue of the artwork highlights a need to take time to heal. Dolphins have an innate ability to go into a beta state for a rest after a long night of hunting. What is your idea of relaxing? Allow rest and relaxation to be a part of your life. Yeah, I do get the feeling, I'm going to actually pull some clarifiers just to see. I'm going to go a little bit deeper into both of these just to see what's coming through. I do get the feeling that maybe for many of you, you have been just giving a lot to others, or maybe your focus has just been external to yourself. And this is saying to kind of turn the energy of love back to you, which that's never a bad thing. Sometimes, especially for people who have children or families, it can be, where you're just very much wanting to give love to your family and wanting to make sure that everyone is taken care of and that they are supported. But we can sometimes lose sight of how we can get depleted and how we really need to, take that time. Just even if it's just, 15 minutes in a quiet space to give yourself that time to kind of decompress. Or also I'm just kind of hearing, you don't, this can be where sometimes we're trying to squeeze in so much and we feel like we have to work out and we have to go to work and we have to be there for our families. And, maybe we know that we have a half an hour lunch break and we should just sit and enjoy maybe having a restful lunch outside or just a nice chat with a coworker. And yet we push ourselves to go to the gym instead. And it's, it can get to the point where sometimes when we try to sneak in a little too many things, it can actually hinder our ability to really, love ourselves and love our life experience. So we have 3 of Pentacles coming in here, which is a card of building, actually. It's one of, some of you are building a foundation in love. But this can be maybe where many of you, again, the 3 of Pentacles is working with others towards building a future vision. And the 4 of Wands is a foundation that can be celebrated. There's an element of being able to celebrate how far you've come. And it's also can represent something like a marriage where you have built that initial foundation for that marriage to move forward. So when I'm looking at this here, I think many of you have been focused on building something establishing something, let's put it that way, that maybe there is a marriage foundation here or a relationship foundation. And there's been a lot of time and effort put towards the physical building of that, whether this is running a household, whether this is just, taking the time to actually have all the ducks in a row to possibly get married or to, have a family life that functions well. But I do think that there may be, again, this might be where maybe you're possibly burning yourself out. There's a little too much focus on building, on what you're building, then maybe less focus on maybe what you're celebrating. That I can see that with those 2 cards coming up. It's almost like take the time to stop and celebrate together with how far you've come. And that could be the nice thing that you get to do for someone. That could be where you get to say, wow, we've been together for so long, but we've never really stopped and said like kudos, like let's go have a night out instead of just focusing on like what's the next step. Okay, so for rest and relaxation, so we have Page of Swords, we have 4 of Coins, 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, and then the Empress. Yeah, I think for many of you, the Page of Swords is that energy of trying to gain more knowledge, gain more information. It's the seeker. He wants to know. And with the 4 of Pentacles, this is the energy of kind of holding yourself back, that you're maybe looking to invest or you're looking to put your time and energy towards something, and yet you're like, I don't know. So this could be the energy of the individual who wants to maybe find a new way to invest their time and energy. You're trying to figure out what that is. And there might be this continual kind of seeking of like, where should I invest? What should I invest in? What should I do? What should I put my energy towards? And with the 10 of Swords, it does speak to a pretty dramatic time where you just kind of burned yourself out. The 10 of Swords is where we go through a period where we're brought to our knees. This can be where we, go through a really tragic or traumatic breakup. This could be where we even go through something like a death in the family or getting, laid off or fired from a career path that we were, on a long-term trajectory. Something that really just it was that point where, wow, I could only go up from here. But what's beautiful with the Empress coming in is this says that there's an element of beautiful creativity coming through. And I think that's what, for many of you, you might have been kind of stuck in this kind of loop of, I don't want to invest again in something because I got hurt in the past, and I'm trying to figure out, like, you're in this constant kind of loop of like, should I, shouldn't I need to get more information. I need to figure out why something went wrong, and is that going to happen again? And this is saying, if you can kind of release that and get into this place of rest and relaxation, there is a lot of creative energy coming in. And for some of you, if you're looking to get pregnant, this does foretell here that you might be pushing that pregnancy away if you're having difficulty conceiving, because you're not giving yourself this needed rest and relaxation. But the Empress does say that very much so, for many of you, you could get pregnant if you want to, if you're in a new relationship or in an existing one. Or for many of you, there's actually a feeling of just becoming more creative. You actually have the ability here to possibly create something. So keep that in mind. The rest and relaxation is really looking at creative energy here, that if you give yourself that break, you might have something new come in, which is really cool. So now I'm going to pull an additional card here, or cards, what it wants to come out from the, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of this deck now. I think it's the Angels of Love, something like that. It's one of the Dorian Virtue decks, but it's all around romantic love. So we'll see what wants to come out here. Let's see. So I'm just hearing, as I'm just looking at the cards here while I'm shuffling these, for a few of you who are in maybe newer relationships, or maybe even in a longer existing relationship, but maybe you haven't actually become married, or gone down that level to that commitment. The do something for someone could also be that you have that, you give that time to your partner to have that discussion, to kind of maybe ease maybe their mental wondering, to say, I do want to build something greater with you. Ooh, came in upside down. We'll go ahead. I think I accidentally turned the deck over. But it may be something where you speak to them to say, I would like to build something in the future with you. And it's just that little extra something that gives them that realization that you are there to have that eye to what you want eventually to celebrate with them, what you want to build with them. And that might actually allow you then to kind of release maybe this part of the past, where maybe you held yourself back from leaning into that previously, maybe if you were in a different relationship or something like that. And again, it might allow you just to kind of take the pressure off, so that, again, you can kind of get to this place of healthy balance, so that you can create what you want to create. Okay, so we have calling in your soulmate. It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. I like that. That's really beautiful. So for many of you, this can literally mean that if you're single or in a new relationship, this could be that individual for you. I'm going to pull some additional cards, see if you can get something a little deeper. It could also be for those of you who are in a long-standing relationship. When we think of soulmates, it doesn't always have to be in love. It doesn't have to, when we're looking at the energy of love, it doesn't always have to be a romantic partner. This could be a very deep friendship. This could be a very supportive business partnership. So there may be someone coming in who is if you've been in a long-term relationship, this could be that there might be somebody coming into your experience that might actually be linked to this creative element that's coming through. Okay, so you have the Five of Swords and the Three of Swords that came up, but that's way too many cards. For some of you, you might be kind of fighting, letting go of the wounds of the past. And this individual coming in may be the one that can help you with that. Let's see. Ooh, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is the energy of Leo, which is so fitting. We just had a very powerful Leo full moon. It can also be the energy of a very powerful kind of like business owner. And I mean, the High Priestess. Ooh, love that. High Priestess is a deep knowing, a deep understanding, getting to that beautiful place of really clear spiritual connection. It also speaks to kind of trusting your gut. It's like when you know you've made that decision from within. And yeah, so there may be this energy of calling in someone who either is going to become a business partner, it could be a business owner even, if that's, what you want to end up building in the future. Or it could be that you're calling in, if this is a romantic partnership, you're calling in a very fiery, passionate individual who really leads from what they are passionate about. They're going to be courageous. They're going to be loving. And there will be this deep knowing when you meet them that this is that individual. This is that, again, kind of lion-hearted, courageous person who really is going to embody the heart. Leo is a sign ruled by the heart, also ruled by the sun. So it's illumination of the heart, which, I mean, if you're going to call in a soulmate, there's not much better of a soulmate to call in except maybe a King of Cups. So beautiful. Okay, and then we have number 52 for the final card here. We have Goddess of the Moon. Or actually, this is not your final card. We'll pull one more. But I like the energy of this. It breaks down to number 7. We are in a 7 universal year, so that's very in sync with this. The Goddess of the Moon speaks to the energy of intuition, of trusting your intuition, trusting that to kind of guide you through the darkness of what may seem unclear or dark in the moonlight. But it is all about trusting your intuition. So for many of you, this is really getting into that deep, truly Piscean place of kind of tapping into universal knowledge, trusting what you feel, trusting your instincts, and really using those to allow you to kind of navigate through your romantic life right now, or the energy of love and partnership. I'm going to see if anything else wants to come out for that. And then we'll pull the final 3 cards. Or, I'm sorry, the final card. We'll see what comes out. It could be 3 cards, but... Okay. Ooh, 2 of coins and the fountain. I love it. So the fountain is unique to this deck. This deck is called the Fountain Tarot. So this is the main... This card sums up kind of the main theme of the deck, which is that kind of Stargate portal. It's the wellspring of all creativity and what can be, what can be truly created. And the 2 coins speaks to integrating that into your day-to-day experience. The magic lies in what you choose to do and the why behind it. The 2 of Pentacles can speak to prioritizing something, and we're always juggling multiple things. And that's what that speaks to, that kind of with the infinity symbol coming there, that we're never going to just be able to focus on one thing at all times. We're always going to have to be kind of multitasking. But it does ask us to make a choice. And I think for many of you, with the Empress coming in and the Fountain coming in, it's making a choice to follow your creativity and to really use your intuition to show you where your creativity is most needed at this time. And that does really speak to making sure that you aren't burned out, that you're rested so that you can feel like you have that ability to create, like you have the energy to do so. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull your final card. But I'm also hearing too that kind of the magic is in the day-to-day. So really keep that in mind as you are focused on what you're doing, to really stay in the present moment and really see how you can lend your own creativity to kind of everything that you do and prioritizing that. Ooh, we have Peacock Spirit. Let it shine. Oh, I love that. Number 46, which breaks down to the number 10, further breaking down to the number 1. There's endings and there's beginnings. The number 4 and the number 6 equate to wholeness for me. It's bringing the spiritual world in alignment with the number 4, which is about hard work and building foundations. So there's something about kind of bringing the spiritual realm down to earth, bringing heaven down to earth, and the wholeness that comes from that. And I like that it says, let it shine. You guys really are meant to be seen. You're meant to be seen for what you can create. The King of Wands speaks to that, the more you kind of act from this place and shine, the more you're going to attract to you an individual who matches that energy. The Peacock Spirit also harnesses the energy of, looks like the throat chakra here, which is all about speaking from that place of what you want, speaking from that empowered place of what you want to create. And I think you're going to really see, because there's a lot of creative energy in this reading with the 3 of Pentacles, what you want to create and build with others. The Empress, what do you want to give birth to, whether this is a creative project or whether this is a way of life or whether this is actually a physical being, a child. Really dipping into the wellspring of creativity, of universal creativity here through your intuition. High Priestess in the Moon. What do you feel called? And then not allowing yourself to kind of be, I think, over or burned out or overexerted so that you don't have this ability to shine at your brightest, at your greatest. So really keep that in mind. There's a key here to a great start to a wealth of kind of creative genius that really wants to come through. And again, calling in a soulmate, whether this is a powerful business partner or whether this is an individual who really is going to kind of light the fire in your life. So either way, great things are coming ahead for you, Pisces, and I will leave it there. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of February in the energy of love. And if you'd like to book a personal reading, you can click on the link in the description box below to visit my website and see a list of the services that I offer. Otherwise, I will see you all next week for your next Illumination reading. Bye, Pisces.